Well, hello there, everybody. Hello, how are you doing? Those of you who are joining me via Facebook, those of you who are joining me on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, we welcome you to Loretta Coleman Live. And we have an open discussion tonight. And I do wish that many of you would tune in and join us. It's something that was laid on my heart, it's something that's been troubling me. And our topic tonight is going to be it's time to move past that. It's time to move past that. You know how we hold on to things? We hold on to things that have hurt us 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and we don't want to let it go. It's time for us to move away from that. There are so many things in our life. People, when it comes to discussions that will help people in life, a lot of times people don't want to take time to listen. But when I come on and I share information with you, it's nothing that I haven't been through. It's this situation, the same situation that we're going to talk about tonight is some of the things that I went through. It's time to move past that. While you still wallowing in something that happened to you 10 years ago, while you still letting something that hold you back that happened 15, 20 years ago, why are you doing that? Why? How is it helping you to hold on to such garbage? Hello, thank you for joining us. Why do we hold on to things that just make us sad, that make us depressed, that make us not want to deal with people, that make us say I'm done with him, that make us say I'm done with her? When are we going to leave those kind of things alone? Negativity should not be a part of our daily life. Negativity should not be anything, there should not be anything in our heart that we are holding against another person. Now, let me say this, all of us in life have been hurt. Everybody. There is not a person in this world that can say that they have never been hurt. Hey, Mac, all of us have been hurt. All of us have been disappointed. All of us have had some people to say bad things about us. But I want to encourage you tonight. Let that go and live. If a person wants to hold your past against you, let them hold your past against you. But you keep moving. Hey, Dina, thank you for tuning in. You keep moving. Don't let nobody, just because they know something about you, just because they know something that you did 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. So what? If we ask God to forgive us, he forgives us and he wipes our slate clean. Unfortunately, you have people that will hold on to things. I remember when she did this. I remember when he did that. I remember when she was over there. I remember when he was over there. We like to talk like that. But I'm here to encourage you. Somebody need to know it's time to move past that. Because if you focus on what people do to you, if you focus on the things people say about you, you'll never move forward. You're stuck. You're stuck because you got a little bit of resentment in there. You got a little bit of hate in there. You got a little unforgiveness in there, and it's not helping you. Every time you see that person, you want to confront that person. You want to tell that person, I know what you're saying about me. You want to clear your name. You can't clear your name. I don't care how much you straighten up your lifestyle. There's still going to be somebody out there that says, I remember when. I remember, yeah, Loretta's a nice person, but I remember when. Yeah, Loretta do what she can for you, but I remember when. Why do you have to say that about a person? Just say, if somebody say Mac is a nice person, say yes, he's a very nice young man. Why do you have to put that word but in it? We like to do that. Yeah, they nice, but. Yeah, they nice, but. And also, why do you have to listen to those people who say, pull you to the side and say, be careful with him, be careful with her. Why do you have to do that? Anybody can change. Anybody can change. Anybody can change if they want to change. And God will forgive us if we want to be forgiven. But unfortunately, don't get it wrong, man will forever remember your mistake. They will forever remember what you've done. But the good news is, my brothers and sisters, is that man don't have a heaven and hell to put you in. They don't have the power to put you in heaven or in hell. So why do we spend so much energy giving them our energy, worrying about what they said, what they think, what she said, what she thinks? Why do we do that? Why do we spend that time worrying about what people say? Now let's talk about me. I like to share my experiences, and nobody can't go off on this platform and say that I was talking about nobody else. I can talk about me. There were times I would hurt so bad. I didn't want to see them people that hurt me. I didn't want them people around me that hurt me. I didn't want to have nothing else to do with those people who hurt me. I had hell in my heart, if I must say. Amen. I had to choose to let go of my own for my own peace. And it will give you peace. It will give you peace. But when you holding all that in the inside, the person is moved on, but they're robbing you of your peace. You can't move on because you worried about what she said, what they said, what he said. So what? Everybody got an opinion, but nobody knows you like God knows you. Nobody knows you like God knows you. And he loves us unconditionally, but we worry about people too much. I don't worry about people like I used to. I don't worry about who walk out. I don't worry about who don't call me no more. I count it all joy. I said, God, you see more than I see. You hear more than I see. You know, God. So I don't worry about that no more. I'm at peace. But there were times I used to cry. And I used to say, God, what did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? Did I act in a way, God, that I should not have acted? I used to go through those pity parties like that. But now the first thing I do, I search myself. And if I don't feel like I've wronged the person, I just move on. That does not mean I hate them, because I don't. I don't hate them. I don't hate anybody, if you want the truth of the matter about it. It's nobody that I hate. But there's a point in my time, there's a point in time where you just got to move on. You got to leave those people alone who are always causing you problems and just let them go. And you'll have a much happier, a much peaceful life. I don't know what you go through. You don't know what I go through. But I want you to think about some things that you've been holding on to that you should have been let go. Some people that you've been holding on to that you should have been let go. I need you to think about that. You don't have to share it on this platform, but there are many of us still holding on to things, especially women. You holding on hate to the other woman who got the man you wanted, and they married and got 5 children. And you still holding on to the fact that he didn't want you, and you have no peace, and it's been 5 years. In some situations, it's been 10 years. Some situation, 15, 20. Why are you holding on to that? That person has moved on. So you need to move on with your life. You need to move on. Stop hating people. So it's time to get past that. That's my topic tonight. It's time to get past sitting down, forming an opinion about somebody else based on what somebody else told you. How stupid is that? You hate a person because your friend, your family member told you something and you believed it. We all know that we got some friends that will lie, and we got some family members that will lie. But we immediately turn our backs on them people just because somebody we're close to says something about it. And then 5 years down the road, maybe three, you find out, hey, that person ain't what my friend said that they were. Hey, that person is not the person that my family members said that they were. And then you done wasted a good friendship, an excellent friendship, listening to a friend or a family member. It's time to get past that. It's time to, there's things that need to be done. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger things to do. And it's time for us to let all that garbage go. The signs of the time is all around us. You still want to be walking around with that grudge you had 20 years ago? You still want to have that? Come on, y'all. Let's talk real talk tonight. This thing is true. And you know, somebody will say, well, that's not me. That's not me. I don't have anything in my heart against anybody. If you've had a disagreement with a person and you tell that person you forgive them, but every time you see that person, it's like something ball up, like a ball up in your chest, in your stomach, you ain't forgiven that person. You have not forgiven that person. If they can change, if they can walk in a room and change the atmosphere just because of their presence, you have not forgiven that person. I'm telling you what I know. If that person comes to speak to you and you can't speak to them back, you have not forgiven that person. Now, here's what I'm saying. That does not mean you have to go out to lunch with that person. It doesn't mean that you got to bring that person home to dinner for you with you. But what it does mean, ask yourself this question. Why am I letting that person's presence affect me so much? Oh God, let me tell you something. I've been there. Oh, I've been there, Dina. I've been right there where I will see, there have been times in my life I will see them and I said, oh no, I don't want to see them today. And I will go in the opposite direction, Dina. I will go in the opposite direction. I didn't want to fool with them. But then God had to deal with me, Zenobia. He needs to say, he had to say to me, Loretta, you need to look at your own self. You need to look, you say you forgive somebody with your lips, but in your heart, you still got hell in your heart. And see, we won't, a lot of times we won't search ourselves. We'll play that blame game, and it's always somebody else. It's never us. It's always somebody else. It's never us. We need to look at ourselves. We need to look at ourselves. What am I doing? What discord am I sowing? What lies am I telling on other people? How am I causing somebody to stumble? Okay, Zenobia, I'm gonna share this. Thank you, Dina. I'm gonna share this. I've had plenty of people to hate me, not because I did something to them, but because of what they heard. And I know that. I know that. Not because of what I've done to them, but because of what they heard. Well, this is the type of person that I am. And I'm using Zenobia and Dina because they know me. Zenobia can't tell me about jelly, and jelly and Dina can't tell me about peanut butter. They may can say be careful, but they can't tell me that somebody is a bad person. You don't know the experience that that person had with that other person. They tell you only the partial truth. They tell you what they want you to know, but they won't tell you why that person said to them what they said. Oh, come on now. They won't tell you. Hey, from Seattle, Washington. Hey, Connie, my radio colleague. Good to see you. I listened at you a little bit on Sunday. I just didn't tap in, but I laid there and listened, doing a great work. But when a person come and tell you something, don't hate that person just because. Don't hate that person just because somebody told you something. There were times I like racked my brain. What did I do to that person? What did I say to that person? Call the people. Did I do something to offend you? No. Did I hurt your feelings in any kind of way? No. Well, then you used to talk to me all the time. and you just dropped off. Something is wrong. But the truth was, they did answer the question correctly. I didn't do anything to them. They were just going on what they heard. They were going on what somebody else told them. And you can sit down. Hey, Margaret, thank you for tuning in. You can sit down and you can be in the crowd and you are listen. You're welcome. And you will be listening to all that garbage, and that garbage, they say go in one ear and out the other. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't go in one ear and out the other. Some of that stuff you hear messes with your mind, and you see people and you remember what them people said about them, and then that causes you to act funny towards them. That's not right. That's not right. It's time for us to pass by all that, all this bickering, all this, these text messages and inboxes and stuff. We say that we are Christians, and I know Christians aren't perfect because I'm not. But we got to ask ourselves, am I doing the right thing? Am I listening to the right people? Why would I stop talking to her and she did nothing to me? Why would I stop talking to him and he did nothing to me? I don't get down like that. Even with my friends, and I got friends that they say, if you got to deal with that person don't like me. If you got to deal with them, then you ain't my friend. I don't agree with that. You and that person had that disagreement, not me and that person, but you and that person had that disagreement. I'm not going to let my friendship go with somebody just because you tell me that that person did ABC to you. You're telling me what that person did to you, but what did you do to that person? Oh, glory, hallelujah. What did you do to that person? What did you do to cause that person to act funny? What did you say to cause that person to act funny? And I'm telling you, just like I'm sitting here and I'll say this on my mom and daddy's grave. When you have a person constantly coming to you telling you stuff, he said, she said, they said, he said, she said, they said, that's the one you need to watch. Because why, number one, why everybody always telling you gossip? Why is it easy for somebody to come and tell you everything that's going on? Why are you always in the midst of gossiping about somebody? Why do people feel comfortable picking up their phone, calling you, talking about somebody else? And then you take it and you run with it and you help spread it. And then down the road, you find out what they said wasn't even true. And let me tell you, that's a hurtful thing. When you're blamed for stuff that you didn't do, when you're blamed for stuff and you know you didn't do it, and you've helped that person, you helped that person, you went beyond the call of duty for that person. And then they flip on you because of something they heard. Oh, I don't get it. It's time for us. We got to learn to think for ourselves. We God gave us a mind. We got to think for ourselves. But let me tell you, the best way that you can find out who the liar is, all you got to do is sit and listen. All you got to do is sit and listen. Don't open your mouth and say a word. They're going to start off with a convincing lie. But at the end, they're gonna forget what they said. And if you listen and you really listen, you can always say that's a lie. You can always say that's a lie. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Your pastor just preached about this yesterday. It's real serious stuff, and it's stuff that has almost destroyed some people's lives. Some people can't bounce back from a lie. Some people can't bounce back from that. Some people let me see. Everyone really enjoyed you today. Thanks again. You're welcome. You're welcome. I enjoyed them. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. But you got to separate yourself from gossipers. That does not mean that you are no better than nobody else. They say I'm the most arrogant person in the world. That's what they say about me. I'm not arrogant. I'm very friendly. I just choose not to be around people who's always I don't want nobody to come with me with it. Did you know this? Did this happen? Um, John said this. Paul said this. Rita said this. Sarah said this. I don't come to me with that. Please don't come to me with that. I don't want to hear that. There is so much going on. I don't want my brain clogged up with hearsay and with gossip. I don't want that. I don't want that. There were times when my ears used to itch for the gospel. See, I told you I can for the gossip. I can talk about me. I can talk about. There were times when I wanted to hear me some good gossip, and I knew the right people to call so I could hear some good gossip, and I could hear exactly what was going on. But Lord, when them tables flipped and the gossip was about me, I said, Lord, I don't ever want to be in that situation, and I don't ever want to put nobody in that situation. Because you do know the seeds we sow, we're going to reap it, right? And see, I was reaping what I had sown by participating in other people's gossip and believing all kind of stuff like that. I'm not going to do that no more. I'm at a different place now. I'm at a different place where you're not going. Good evening, Minister Wilson. How you doing? You're not going to get me caught up with he say, they say, and she say. Those of you who go to gospel programs, you see me, I sit in one space. The only time I move, probably if I go get me something to eat, check out a vendor, I have to go to the ladies' room. You don't see me walking over with this one and with that one. Now, whoever want to do that, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But Loretta's not going to do it. Because when you're at a crowd like that, and you start hearing things and people start saying things and it start messing with your mind. Oh baby. Hey Vivian Campbell, how you doing? You got to be careful. What did you let something come inside of your mind? You got to be very careful. You got to, because it will play on your mind. It will play on your mind. I'm gonna ask you to think about something. You don't have to tell me, but think about something somebody told you about somebody. And a week or so later, you saw that person. And you ain't funny toward that person. That person ain't did nothing to you. You acting on what you were told about them. Come on now, all of us have been there. All of us have been there. You acting funny with somebody that didn't do nothing to you, but because your friend said that, your friend told you, then you choose to treat somebody else wrong. We don't know what our friends do when our friends are not with us. We don't know the conversations that our friends have when they're not with us. We don't know that. So I say to you, guard your ears. And I always say, my pastor says, whoever has your ear has your destiny. Whoever has your ear has your destiny. Be careful what you tell people. Be careful what you share with people. You can be friends today and enemies tomorrow. You could be friends for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and at the 21st year, the bottom falls out. All that information you told them 20 years ago, they telling all your information that you told them 20 years ago. It's great when we take time to do self-inventory. You're absolutely right, Connie. But many people don't do that. Many people inventory other people's life, but they won't inventory self. But I'm telling you, we got to be really careful. It's time to move past all of that mess that goes on. And I love people. I'll do anything I can for people if I will. But I've kind of distanced myself because I don't want to hear that. That's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at in life now. Where I'm focused at is trying to help somebody. I'm focused at trying to make a difference in somebody else's life. It's like you see a homeless man at a McDonald's or one of these restaurants, and you know them, and they ask you, hey, Loretta, can you buy me some breakfast? I'm hungry. Well, you had a job making money. What happened to you? Well, that's beside the point. You don't know what happened to that man. You don't know what caused that man to be homeless. You don't know what got him in that situation. See, we judge people. We judge that we don't know. We love to judge people for what we don't know. Everybody that have financial problems, and we discussed this last night on last night's show. Everybody that have financial problems, it's not because they go out there and throw their money up and say, "Hoopty doo, come and get it." Everybody that have financial problem, it's not because of going buying new clothes and $500 pairs of shoes. It's not like that. There's situations and circumstances that can arise in life that can wear you out. If you don't have nobody to help you, them situations and circumstances can almost wear you out. But we talk too much. We talk that we don't know, and it is not right. It's not right. It's not right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk Loretta Coleman again. Let's see. Did somebody say something? Who's going to check me? I'm checking myself 24/7 so others won't have to. Every day, Vivian, every day, I ask God every night if I said something, if I did something, if I act in any kind of way that was not of your will, forgive me, because I don't want to close my eyes and die and have all that in my heart and end up in hell. I don't want to do that. So every day I ask God to search Loretta. But I'm gonna tell you how people are. I don't know. I don't know what to call people. Some people, not everybody. Let me read this and then I'll come back to that. The way you check that is to openly say, "That's interesting. I don't know him or her to be like that." You do that often enough, and they won't bring that junk to you. They will stop talking to you. I know. I know too. They'll stop talking to you. They say, "Oh, I can't talk to her." That's what they'll say, Connie. "I can't talk to her." And you can walk in and they can be a group, and they talking about somebody. You don't know who they talking about, but they talking about. But when you get up there, they scatter like roaches when you spray roach spray. They just scatter because they know that you don't want to be a part of it. But it's time to get past judging people and saying the wrong thing about people. I go to a counselor, and one of the biggest things when I started going was worrying about what people said. People used to say, this is what people used to say, and I can call every name of the person who said it because I know them. Because people come back, the same people you talk to and you tell things to will come back and say, "Well, you know what Connie said, or you know what Constance said." And it be all y'all in a group saying it at one time, but they won't say us. They'll just call one person name. Well, they used to say when I used to ask people to make a donation to my ministry. Now, this real talk. I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, this right here is deep. There were people that would call other people and say, "I ain't getting her nothing. She ain't taking that money that I give her and buy them hats she be wearing on Sunday morning, them clothes." That's what they would say. They didn't know that I knew exactly what they were saying, but that's what they would say. And so I asked a question. I said, I put everything I do, just like I did today, on social media. Now, y'all talk back with me with this, what I'm saying. I put everything I do on social media. If I'm on disability, check this now. I'm on disability, which I am, and I take ministry money and I spend it on a hat or outfit. How do I get the things? How do I have the receipts to send to the people who made the donations? You understand what I'm saying? I don't get that much money to double back and have to do that. But that's people sitting from afar, don't know what they talking about, want to be in your business, but they don't know how you do what you do. They don't know how you dress the way you dress. Well, I tell people now, the thrift shop is my best friend. The thrift shop is my best friend. Everything I had on Sunday was $8. Everything I had on Sunday was $8. But we sit back and we criticize that we don't know. We speak that'll hurt people that they don't know. But I ask God And I mean, I ask God to give me a way that I won't have to ask anybody for anything to fund my ministry. Because when you help people, this is what happens. They help you. Good evening, um, Mr. or Mrs. Allen. I don't know which one it is. That you help people. Some folks talk too much. I learned to shut up. Yeah, you help people. But then if you need help, you help people. You give all the time. But if you need help, where are those same people? Where are they? Where are they when you need them? Why do you have to act sometime? If you know what a person do, why not drop $5 or $10 in their cash app or even more? You know what they do, but you listening to the naysayers. You know, you've been with them. You seen their labor. You went to events where they did this and that. All that you know, you still choose to believe the naysayers. So I'm gonna ask somebody this question: does that make you as guilty as the person that's saying it? If you know something is not right, if you know something is not right, but you don't want to say nothing to that person because that's your friend, so you don't want to check them. They can be running a person down like a dog, and you are sitting there, and you know what they saying is wrong, but you value that friendship, so you won't say no. That's not the truth. That ain't true about Loretta. That's not true. You feed into it and you make little statements along with them. And you know that it's not true because you've seen the works. Are you not just as guilty as the person who let it come out of their mouth? Well, some people may say, well, Loretta, I just want to keep peace. How are you keeping peace when you're causing somebody else turmoil? Because you know the truth, but you don't want that friend to tell you they don't want to deal with you no more. That's powerful. I had someone try to destroy my character, all because they wanted my position. I asked God to move in a situation so I won't react in a bad way. Don't want my emotions to take over. No, Connie, don't let you. I used to see that's where I went wrong. Because there were times when I would let my emotions just totally take over how I feel. You say something about me, oh, I was coming to confront you. But one of the sweetest things now, and my pastor taught me this, even though you know they talk about you, still smile. Even though you know that they running your name down, still smile. Even though you know that they're trying to destroy you behind your back, you still help them if you can. Heap those coals on that fire. Heat that coals on that fire. You do what you can do. And you may say, I can't do that. Yes, you can. I never thought I could do it. But my pastor told me, reverse it, Loretta. Reverse it. They treat you mean, you treat them nice. They talk about you, you talk them up. I mean, that's called wisdom. That's called wisdom. But we want to be a part of stuff so bad. We want to be important. And we just sit there and know things are wrong. And we won't stand up for a person. Don't tell me you for me when you looking in my face. But what about when I'm not there? Do you have my back? Do you really have my back when I'm not there? I don't need you to have me when I'm present. But when you are in those conversations and they're talking about me and you know it's a lie, I'm telling you, we got to get past all of that little kind of stuff like that. And believe me, you got people watching you and you got people noticing you. You got people noticing how you act. You got people noticing the things you say. You got people that you may be at a church or you may be at a program and somebody may walk in you don't like. And the first thing you do is look at the other person in front of your nose. Listen, that's not good. Why? Why you do that? Why would you frown up your nose at somebody that walk in to somebody who don't even know what's going on. See, what you're doing is sowing discord. That's what you're doing. You're sowing discord. And see, me, I would say, why you frown up your nose? Why did you frown up your nose? And it just happened, so I better not say too much. But well, and that's basically all you get because they can't say nothing. But the next time that person walk in and I'm right there, they ain't gonna frown up their nose around me. And see, this is another thing. Facebook, people always talk about Facebook, this, Facebook, that. I love it. I absolutely love social media because what you don't know, you can find out on Facebook. They talking to me and they say, Loretta, I can't stand Connie. Loretta, I can't stand Dina. Loretta, I can't stand Constance. And then the next thing you see on Facebook, they hugged up at some programs taking pictures together. Oh, yes, Lord. I sit on Facebook and I be in dismayed because you just told me you couldn't stand that person. And then you hugged up with them taking a picture. That's hypocritical. That's hypocritical. I'm not going to do that. I would speak to you and say, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. If you say, can we get a picture? I say, no, I don't want no picture today. Now, some people may say that's rude. But if I have something in my heart against you, if I have something in my heart and I know I just got through talking about you, that's very dangerous. That's a dangerous person. So that's why I said I look at a lot of stuff on Facebook, and my two dogs, sometimes they don't know. They think I'm crazy because I be saying, what? I know that this is not what I'm seeing. They just said that they can't stand that person, and then they taking pictures with them. I don't play no games like that. I ain't playing no games like that. I might not have no friends, but I ain't gonna play no game like that. Preach it D. I'm saying I'm tired. I'm tired of stuff like that. Those people are nobody's friend, and I agree. They cannot be trusted. But how many times you see that? I was at this program. Oh, glory to God. I was at this program. And this girl put her arms around this girl and hugged her and was telling her, oh, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. I just love you. Okay, the girl face was turned this way. And she was frowning up her nose to her friends that was looking at her. That messed up to me. I was in disbelief when I saw that. Because, see, you don't know when you hugging a person, you don't know what kind of face they're making to the next person. But see, that kind of stuff right there, that's messy. That's messy stuff. That's messy stuff. And see, I just can't do that. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it unless God give me a Damascus Road experience. But if I know I just run you down, Constance, and I just said, Constance is not this. Constance is not that. Constance made me sick. Constance this. And then the next time you see me, I'm hugged up with you on Facebook, taking pictures, talking about my friend. Oh, Lord have mercy. Not me. I'm not going to do that. Wicked behavior is what it is. And how many people do that? How many people? They say this thing, you go to church and you worship with people, and you can't even have a conversation with them. Well, some people you can't have a conversation with. Some people, I speak, hey, how you doing? Good to see you, and I keep on moving. Some people you just can't have a conversation with because they two-faced Liz, and they talk too much. And you're afraid that if you just let your guard down and you have a conversation with them, the next thing you know, like Loretta said that, and Loretta didn't say nothing. Loretta was just sitting there listening to you. See, I have a hard time when it comes to stuff like that. And see, I have to pray. And I have to pray very much when somebody do me like that, because I have said things about people. And when the people found out what I said and they approached me, I said, yes, I said that. I did say that. There have been some times it felt like I was in the mud hole when I said that. But Why, if I know I said it, why am I gonna say I didn't say it? God know I said it. If somebody asks me about something, I'll say, no, that's not how I said it. But this is what I said. That's what I'll do. That's not how I said it. This is what I said. They added the rest in there. I said, now what I want you to do is to get them on three-way. And I want you to see who's telling you the truth and who's telling you the lie. Well, most people won't do that because they say they don't want to cause confusion. Well, if I tell you, let's do three-way, you can better believe if I'm guilty, I ain't going to ask you to do three-way. I ain't going to ask you to do three-way. But if I know that I didn't say something, three-way me, baby. Three-way me. Three-way me. Because I want to see what they told you. That's what I want to do. I want to see, what did they tell you about me? Hey, Monica, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Virginia, how you doing? I want to see, what did you say? What I want to say, what did you tell somebody to cause them to stop talking to me? So, and I put up on my Facebook page at any given time, if somebody tell you I said something, here is my number, 803-260-8301. 803-260-8301. And you know why I can be that confident? Because I know who I talk to and who I don't talk to. I know who I talk to and who I don't talk to. And the most things that I say to anybody is to my two dogs, Cam and Angel, is who I talk to. Cam and Angel. Well, hello, Miss Val. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Constance said, I know it's hard. It happens to me all the time. I speak and I keep moving. Feed the devil with a long-handled spoon from a distance. With this open carry, it's not worth the beef, my friend. It's not worth the beef. I do agree with you with that. But Dina said, I was at a program and was live. My iPad recorded everything people say. That's another thing. You got to be careful when you're around these people who record, because your conversations will be on a recording. Hello, Dolene. Thank you for joining us. But I'm telling you, now remember what she said. Constance said, open carry, it's not worth the beat. Oh, what I was going to say is this. Hey, Miss Clinton, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. I like to let people know that I know that they're talking about me. I don't let them know out of anger. Used to, it would be out of anger. Used to, I would say, well, I heard you say. But I have a way now of letting people know, I know what you said, and I know what you did. And I don't be upset, because God has delivered me from that. Because I'm not going to sit down and worry about your opinion about me. I know who I am. I know who I am in God's eyesight. I know who I am. I know what I say, and I know what I don't say. Does that make me perfect? No. But one thing you can do, if somebody tell you I say something, call me. Call me and ask me. You have permission. But if you call me and you ask me, did I tell Billy Bob that, or did I tell Wig Girl that? I'm going to say, I said it like this, but let's just solve this and get them on three-way. If they choose, say, no, I don't want to get them on three-way. 9 times out of 10, the person who's telling you that stuff is lying. Monica, it is spiritual growth. It's spiritual growth. Because I know I almost lost my job one time, because when I was working at the city before I retired, because if somebody came and told me you said something, oh, baby, I went right to you. I heard you say it. But now it's not worth it. I can walk past people and hear them call my name. It don't even faze me no more. It really doesn't. It's growth. And if you want to form an opinion about me, form it. I don't care. God knows me. And that's the consolation I rest in every day. He knows me. He knows every part of me, the good, the ugly, and the bad. He knows me. He don't just know my name like the song says, but he knows me. And that's a consolation that we all could have. and we will stop worrying about people. Stop worrying about pleasing people. Please God and please yourself. Some people are so unhappy in life because they are busy pleasing other people and you're unhappy yourself. Oh, come on, Loretta Coleman. You can share your testimony and people will use it against you instead of being glad God has delivered you. You know what, Connie? They can try and use it against you. But once you tell it, can't nobody tell it like you can, Connie. Can't nobody tell it like you can. So they can't destroy it. They can try to, and only weak-minded people is going to buy into it. Only weak-minded people. I lost my marriage over he say, she say. I mean, it happens. It happens every day. People talking and texting things that they don't know. And things you get mad with somebody called your friend mad with them, and that person has been nothing but good to you. What kind of stuff is that? What's wrong? Something is wrong with that picture. Y'all hear me talk about my pastor a lot. I love my pastor. Pastor can say, be careful. He can say, be careful. He can say, watch what you say. But he don't have the right to tell me who not to talk to or something like that. Now let me a word of warning here. Now, if you don't like my pastor, that's fine. But don't come to me with stuff about my pastor. Who you choose to like is fine. You may not like him, but I'm not going to allow you to come to me and talk about my pastor. So, because it's not going to be what you want to hear. Does that mean he's perfect? No, but he's my friend. And I'm not gonna allow nobody to do that. I'm not gonna allow. That's how I had to get. Now I feel like I can fly. I do too, Miss Virginia. I feel so much better than I used to feel being depressed, laying in the bed all day, crying. I wonder what I done. I wonder what happened. All that. That's that. Oh, I'm so glad that God delivered me from that. And I can get in my car. Me and Cam and Angel have the best time. For you, those of you who don't know Cam and Angel, my two dogs. We can get in that car, we can ride, have the best time. And when we get home, I ain't got to worry about the phone ringing, saying, I heard you said. I heard that you said. And it's peaceful when you can have peace with yourself. And you ain't got to worry about being in no mess. You ain't got to worry about your name being in any mess. I told somebody a while back, because somebody asked me, they said, well, somebody told me you said this. Oh, good God Almighty. Let's see where I'm at. Amen, amen, amen. Girl say so. I laughed. I laughed in front of their face. I said, girl, if I'm not home, I'm in a park somewhere with my two dogs. If I'm not at a doctor's appointment, working, and when I work by myself. I said, so when I had time to see these people, I said, if you go down my phone records, the only people that call me basically is my family. It's my family. So you better check the person that's telling you all these things. You cannot believe everything people tell you, because people will tell you things to destroy your relationship with a person because they know that you got a good relationship with that person. And instead of you coming to that person saying, well, Loretta, did you say it? Then you immediately believe what that person said, like they God. I don't get that. Now, that's one thing I do not get. Nobody can't tell me about nobody I deal with. I got to know them for myself. You had that experience with them. I didn't have that experience with them. I don't care how close I am to a person. I don't care how close I am to friends. My other friends can't tell. They can't stop me from talking to somebody that has done nothing to me. That has done nothing to me. And I'm going to start talking to them. And you can't make me stop talking to a person just because you tell me something bad they say. Because, see, I'm looking at you like you telling me what they said, but what did you say? What was your response? Oh, glory to God. Hallelujah. I feel good about this today. What was your response to what they said about me? Why is somebody always comfortable talking about your friend, your close friend to you? Because you just as guilty as they are. Because you talking about me too. Oh God. We got to get past all that. We got to get past all that. The way someone treats you is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the person they are and how they view themselves. If they are not friendly, they can't be anyone's friend. And I totally agree with that. In order for you to be a friend, you got to first show yourself friendly. And that does not mean just because somebody buy you something or just because somebody buy you something for your birthday or Christmas. But to be a real friend, you got to be a friend that's there when I'm absent. You got to be a friend that's there for me when I'm absent, when I don't know what's going on. And then everybody knows what's going on but me. And then you said, well, yeah, I knew, but I didn't want to cause no problem. No, you ain't none of my friend. If you couldn't come to me and tell me what you heard about me, you heard this about me. Loretta, I just want to let you know that this is what people are saying. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? But you're in the bunch. You're listening to what they're saying about me, and I'm supposed to be your friend. That's why I don't call everybody my friend. I'll say this is an associate, or this is a co-worker, or this is a colleague, because that word friend is a powerful word, but it's so misused. It's a powerful word because when you are somebody's friend, you their friend through the good, the ugly, and the bad. And you get real upset when somebody is spreading stuff on them. So check yourself and ask you, am I really that person's friend? Only you and God know that. But you can't be my friend and talk about me at the same time. Oh, no, you can't be my friend and talk about me at the same time. And let me tell you something, I'm 62 years old and I've seen it all. I've seen people in groups talk about me, and somebody in that group that know that that person is my friend gonna come and say, well, um, I thought Miss Cup, I said Miss Cup because I looked at the cup. I thought Miss Cup was your friend. Well, she is my friend. Well, she was in the group that was talking about you. Now, do it hurt me when I hear stuff like that? Yes, Lord, it do. It do. It hurts me when I hear stuff like that. But then this is what I do. Um, y'all hold on 1 minute. I'm gonna read these comments. I go fishing. That's what I call it. I go fishing. I throw something out there to them that I don't care whether they tell it or not. And if it come back, I know I done caught the fish that's been spread in the gossip. I just throw any little thing out there. If it come, I didn't tell Bob. I didn't tell Sue. I didn't tell Peggy. I told you. So why did you have to repeat that? Sometimes you got to throw little things out there and you'll find out exactly who's for you. Constance said, a friend, we agree, and all is well. And even better, friend through disagreement and when times are bad. Absolutely, I agree with that. Dina said, you have really encouraged me. It's time to move past that. It's time to move. It's no time to waste. And look, if I find somebody that don't want to deal with me, I ain't offended with you. I ain't offended with you. You made that choice. You made that choice. I don't want to deal with Loretta. That's okay with me. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. God has grown me through hurt and through pain and through disappointment. The ones you think won't hurt you, 9 times out of 10, is the main ones who will. The ones that we frown up our nose at, that we push to the side, those are the ones that some of them will be there for you quicker than that friend will that say that they're your friend. Did y'all understand what I just said? Bingo, you hit it on the head. Did y'all just understand what I said? Some of them same people that we frown up our nose at will help us quicker than some of the ones we call friends. Y'all hear me? Loretta Coleman, everything that I told you tonight, I speak out of experience, but I still have the ability to love. I'm still going to help you if I can. I'm still, and then God shows me months and sometimes years in advance that person is not who they say they are to you. God shows me. I've told people that's no longer my friends. God showed me that you're not going to be my friend. Oh no, I'm going to be there. And where are they now? But I'm okay with that because that means God is protecting me. And sometimes we choose popularity over true friendship. But when you're happy with yourself and you got peace in yourself, you don't need a whole army to be around you because you're happy with yourself. I can sit here in my recliner and get on my iPad and laugh at y'all posts on Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? I can sit here and look at Judge Judy and Steve Harvey and be just as happy. I can get in my car and ride round and round and listen to music and be just as happy. I don't have to worry about nobody texting me saying, I heard you said, somebody calling me. I ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm not stuck up. I'm just more cautious now. The Bible said, guard your heart with all diligence. And that's what I've learned to do instead of just laying my heart out there. And it was always getting beat up. And I mean, it was getting beat up really, really bad. But I've learned some things I walked into, some things I was warned about. And I chose to go that way anyway. So when I went that way, I had to turn right back around and ask God to help me and give me the strength to make it through. Because I said, God, I'm dealing with the devil here. And I knew it was the devil when I started dealing with him. And I need you to help me get out of this because, and now this is how I talk to the Lord. This is how I talk to the Lord. Because if you don't get me out of that, I'm going to be a devil too. Because I'm not going to let them just do and say anything to me. And I'm going to let them know that I know what you're doing. I know your game. I know you ain't my friend. You're just here to get information. I know that. Oh, no. How can you say that? Because God showed it to me. But he wouldn't let me tell you that I knew what was really going on. Now, that's the thing right there. I want to confront it, but God said, I got this. God said, don't say a word. I got it. It folds out like an open book. I'm telling you, it'll fold out like an open book. All you got to do is sit, wait, listen, and watch. And it's all going to come back. I had this friend, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off. They were gone a couple of years. And they wanted to come back and be my friend. I said, we'll never be able to go out to dinner again. No movies, no going out of town. I forgive you. You're forgiven. But once I give a person 100% of my heart, see, when I'm your friend, I'm your friend. I don't have to it. If I'm your friend 100%. But when you take my heart and slice it like you dicing onions, you can't get my heart back. I could be good to you, and I'm going to be very good to you because I'm required to be good to you. But you ain't get my heart back. And I tell people that deal with me, enjoy it while you got it, because if you betray me, you can't get that place back. You can't get that place back where you once was. You can't get that place back. You can't say you love me and you running me down behind my back. And you think I don't know? Ain't nothing slow about Loretta Coleman but her walk. That's the only thing slow about me. Very intelligent. Sit and watch. I sit and watch. I sit and watch. And then I be on Facebook and they don't have time to call you. You say, well, what I did, you don't call me. Oh, child, I just been so busy. I've been so busy, I ain't had time to do that. But you go on other people's pages and you having full conversations with them. Full conversation. That means they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't have time to talk to you because they don't want to talk to you because you're not talking their language. But then you go on their pages and them friends' pages that they hang with and they have full conversation. Well, that's funny to me. It used to make me upset, but that's funny to me because you can talk to who you want to talk to, but then when that person hurts you, when that person disappoints you, you can't have my heart back. I can help you in any way that I can, but you can't have my heart back. That's just you that lost it because you chose to believe what somebody else said. And then if we were so close as we supposed to be, why you couldn't come and ask me, Loretta, I heard you say this. If we were really that close, you let a good friendship go because of something you was told, and you didn't even respect me enough to ask me, did I say it? We got to get past all of that, and we got to grow up because some of us act like children. Some of us are worse than teenagers. Well, you can't say about teenagers, they're going to let you know what they think. But some grown adults is worse than teenagers. Just keep mess going. Just keep stuff stirred up. Please stay away from me. Because I'm going to tell you, get away from me with that mess. Don't come with me with that mess because that stuff messes with your mind. You can see a person that somebody talked about in church doing good, up praising the Lord. And you say, oh, they up there praising the Lord and they did that. How you know what they did? Were you there with them? The only thing we can know if somebody truly did, if we were there holding the flashlight. Anybody can tell you anything. Don't believe the pictures and stuff. A lot of the pictures on social media are Photoshop. But you have to be good in graphics to tell. I can take myself now and lay myself in Steve Harvey's arms. And everybody know I like Steve Harvey. And the most people will say, she finally got to meet Steve Harvey. No, I ain't got to meet Steve Harvey. I just took a picture and put us together. And I'm just telling you, that's how people do lies. That's how people do lies. People lie just like that. Put a little bit that you heard. Okay, I was walking past somebody and I heard them say Loretta, and then somebody else said with her ugly self. Well, they could have said there's Loretta, and then somebody over there could have said that's an ugly girl over there. Could not be talking about me, but you took the two pieces you heard and came to me and say they were talking about me. And if I didn't have sense enough to know how things work, I would be mad with that person. But don't get mad with people for everything somebody tell you. Because a lot of people will tell you things to break up your friendship. Good friendships. But that's my show for today. We need to get past that. We need to get past all that. And life will be much happier. I'm real happy with my life. And I think that's why God is allowing me to continue to lose weight, because when I was unhappy, I just constantly ate all day. Every day. I just ate all day. That was my food was comforting me. But see, now that I don't let people bother me, I don't eat that much no more. Unless Yvette Stewart cook a good red velvet cake. Well, I'm saying that, but I don't. I used to just go to food and gobble some food and just eat all day but I'm not gonna do that no more. You can say what you want to say about me. I love the Lord, and I'm not gonna let you steal my peace. You're welcome, Dina. Love you too. I'm not gonna let y'all steal my peace. Now, I know some people gonna probably call people and say, Loretta was talking about you. Ain't nobody heard me call nobody. Ain't nobody named Peanut Butter. Ain't nobody named Jelly. Billy Bob. That's some white person name. Yeah, so when you tell them that, just tell them to listen to the video for themselves. Because I know people, I know how people operate. I know how they operate. But I don't have to get on Facebook to throw off on anybody. Because trust me, if I want you to know something, I can tell you when I see you with the love of God and a smile on my face. I love y'all. Be blessed and have a great rest of the week.